Hey folks, welcome back. We've got another update video for you with the patches that hit both Tarkov and Arena. The battle pass is here. We got a bunch of changes to Tarkov and how some of that stuff works. Quest changes, ammo changes, a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. And of course, we'll get into the battle pass. So let's not waste any more time and get you guys updated on what's going on. All right, so first up, we're going to look at patch 16.5.5 for Tarkov. And there's going to be some crossover. There's some patch notes that show up in both the Tarkov update and the Arena update, but I won't double up. I'll just make sure to let you know that that's what it is. So let's look at Tarkov first. They added rewards from the EFT Arena Battle Pass. So this has to do with stuff that you are going to earn now in Arena for Tarkov as well. So all rewards except for currency and crates do not disappear with wipes and will remain on your account forever. This is kind of crazy. So when a wipe happens, a lot of these cosmetics and items like that, you're going to be able to use day one, which is, I think, is really good. So you won't have to go back and re-earn them, you know, every wipe with the battle pass or whatever. New tactical clothing is available immediately, both in Escape from Tarkov and Arena, including PvE mode. So you PvE guys are going to get the clothing from Arena. The stuff that you earn in the battle pass in Arena, even in PvE, you're going to get that. The big change is going to be, though, is that the clothing is not displayed at Ragman. It is available only at your character tab. So that is, if you go to your character tab and go to the bottom left. Some of you might not know about this, but at the bottom left, you can actually adjust the clothing you're wearing on your PMC with a drop down there. That's where it's going to be. Items such as masks and plate carriers will become automatically available in Tarkov as trade offers from Ref. All offers from Ref will become available in PvE mode once the synchronization mechanics between EFT Arena and PvE mode are implemented. So here they are straight saying, you know, they're going to be bringing Ref to PvE, but it's not yet. Battle Pass Season 0 will be available for 2 months with an optional extension. We will announce the end of the Battle Pass a few weeks in advance. All progress as well as the Battle Pass currency is retained through wipes. This means that if you decide to earn prestige and Escape from Tarkov, you will be able to continue the Battle Pass from the same progress point. So prestige in Tarkov doesn't reset your Battle Pass. And it means that, like, if the Battle Pass doesn't coincide with a wipe, that, like, if they wipe, I guess you don't lose your progress on the Battle Pass. So yeah. Now, there's a whole bunch of rework for ref tasks. We'll get into that in more detail. Basically, you know, they reduced the difficulty of tasks, increased the completion rewards, remove hard to complete task conditions such as Streets of Tarkov. So a lot of you guys that have not liked ref tasks because you can't do them because they're on Streets, you can finish every ref task now without going to Streets. The alternate is you got to go to Ground Zero. It's a little bit more difficult than it would be if it was on Streets, but at least you can do it. They also added an alternate final task in the ref task line. When completing the task balancing part 1, players will be able to access a free trial version of Escape from a Tarkov Arena for 3 days. This is awesome. So even if you don't have Arena, once you complete balancing part 1, you get a free trial version for 3 days. This is enough to get a lot. I mean, some people will be able to get all of the ref tasks done in 3 days. It'll be challenging, but this will at least let you get a couple of done, and it should be no problem getting to like loyalty level 3 ref with this stuff. With any type of wipe, including prestige, you can gain access to Escape from Tarkov Arena for 3 days again. So every wipe, you will be given the opportunity to play Escape from Tarkov Arena for 3 days for free based on your progress. And BSG has talked several times now about doing more free weekends for Arena. So even if you don't have Arena, you'll still be able to progress in Tarkov a little bit on the free days and stuff like that. They changed the Theta secure container, which is the one that you earned through Arena. Before, you know, it was a 2x2 slot, and then it had 3 1x2 slots. They changed it to a 4x2 with a 1x2. And this is a big deal because people didn't like this because you couldn't put a Serve 12 in it. So this kind of addresses that. I don't know if that's why they did it, but it fixes one of the biggest complaints with that. These are the detailed changes to ref tasks. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail here. I'm not going to read through every one of these. Basically, they made everything easier. They changed a lot of the conditions to where they weren't quite so specific. For example, instead of the specific food, you can hand over any found in raid drinks and any found in raid food. Instead of it was like beer and jerky, and I can't remember exactly. So they made that easier. They got rid of the G36, went to the AUG and the map and the armor requirements. Basically everything's easier. The big ones too, like the Streets ones where you had to, like, let's say, you know, you had to plant 6 C4s. You only have to do 3 now on Ground Zero. And instead of having to kill, what was it? It was like 3 Kolontai guards and 3 Kaban guards, and you couldn't damage Kolontai or Kaban or whatever it was. All that is now is you've got to kill 2 guards and not kill Kolontai or Kaban. So much easier. That's this one right here. So, and you can do it on, it says you have to do it on streets, but I'm wondering if this will work on ground zero for Kolontai too, because Kolontai on ground zero. So I'm not sure about that, but yeah, just much easier, much better rewards, a lot of changes in here. Again, I'm not going to dive into the details of those tasks. You can go look at them if you want. The ref item range update, they did move a bunch of items around, so keep that in mind, that there's rebalancing for a lot of items in there, some new items, things like that were added to ref. The workbench craft update, they've modified some of the stuff that has to do with the equipment crates, as well as adding the Battle Pass Season 0 equipment crate, which is a new one. Opening time is 1. It all works on workbench level 1 now. I want to say it was on 2 before. Maybe I could be wrong about that, but it's on workbench level 1, and it only takes a hand drill to open. And then the new Battle Pass Season 0 crate, a unique crate that can only be obtained as part of the Season 0 Battle Pass or special events. The crate includes many rare items such as intelligence folder, Terra Group blue folders, physical Bitcoin, military electronics, LEDX, marked keys, and others. So that's pretty cool. Now, I skipped over something I want to go back to just because I wanted to talk about it a little bit more. Let me find it here. Interesting point they made here. So one of the task rewards we're going to get is going to be a Death Shadow mask without the found in raid mark. This stands out to me like a glaring red siren alarm, however you want to look at it. This note is very specific and detailed to a specific point. Why does it matter that this Death Shadow mask is without the found in raid mark? Is this because we're going to be getting back the flea market without found in raid? I don't know. You can't sell the Death Shadow mask right now on the flea market. So this is a weird note, but something to be aware of. There's a lot of things that this could mean, but the one that really jumps out to me is a found and raid flea market or something along those lines coming back to the game. But that is the patch notes for Tarkov. Nothing in here about technical fixes. I'm sure there was some stuff in the patch. There always is, little updates here and there, but nothing specifically laid out in the patch notes. Now let's hop over to Arena real quick and look at those. All right, patch 3.0 for Arena, Season 0 of the Battle Pass. Again, a lot of stuff is going to be double up here. I'll just skip over that. But all rewards, the stuff for the Battle Pass here, all rewards are available free. In other words, you don't have to pay for the Battle Pass. It's just there. The Battle Pass contains 100+ rewards, everything from clothing. I'll go through the Battle Pass here in a sec. We'll look at it, but just tons of stuff in there. Rewards become available as you progress through the Battle Pass and are purchased with a new currency, battle points. Within the Battle Pass, all rewards except for currency and crates do not disappear with wipes. New tactical clothing is available immediately. This is all the stuff we saw already with the Tarkov side of things. Weapon camouflage has added a new weapon customization system. Players can now customize the appearance of weapons and attachments by applying different camouflage. So while some of the other rewards are available in Tarkov, weapon camos are not yet. They will be. They're coming. Seems like they've got some technical stuff they got to overcome for Tarkov, but as of right now, they're only in Arena, but they will be coming to Tarkov. And you're not gonna have to, I doubt you're gonna have to do anything extra. Once it's available in Tarkov, everything you have in Arena will probably be in Tarkov. So camouflages can be applied to the entire weapon or to individual attachments. Camouflages can be attained as a reward. Added an option to hide attachment icons on the weapon modification screen. That's a big one. Added an option to select third-person camouflage render quality in the graphics settings. So this might be because other people's camos might make your system run worse, so you could turn it down if you want. I'm not quite sure. Added a new item category, weapon paint kit used for applying camouflage, has infinite application resources, all weapon paint sets available to player display in the armory when selected individual weapon attachments. This strikes me as this is how we're going to do it in Tarkov, and they also have it in Arena. It's just the mechanic way they're going to do it, so we'll just have to wait and see. Restrictions and future expansion. One weapon can have no more than 3 different camouflages at a time. Added the ability to individually paint magazines. Camouflage applied to the magazine is not counted in the total limitation number of camouflages to a weapon. So it's a good way to mark your magazines if you want. Camouflage will be available for a limited list of weapons and attachments for now. It's not every weapon. Only some weapons have the camos, and that's just as they expand the features. Added an icon that displays the ability to apply camouflage to select an attachment. The list of supported weapons attachments will be expanded in the future. So right now you got the SR25, the Ash 12, the AK-12, the Mutant, the SIG MCX 300 Blackout, the M4, both MDRs, the HK416, both MP7s, and both vectors, the 45 and the 9mm vector. The chat and friend system has been reworked to be a little bit more intuitive. I'll show you in the game here in a second. The announcer voiceover is now you can have it in English if you want, so you can actually understand what he's saying. They put Last Hero on Fort. Global rework of ref tasks. We talked about a lot of this already. It's the same thing. It's the same stuff. We won't go through it. It's all the deals there. They talked about the battle pass crate, and then here's some pretty big stuff with the balancing changes in Arena itself. Metascore values were modified for a lot of guns. You can see the M4 got nerfed quite a bit. It got almost 500, or no, a little over 500 points added to it. Some small changes, increases the HK, the MCX, and the Spear got about a 200 point bump. The AXMC got a 500 point bump, so that's fine. Just you can't run 3 guns with it now. This isn't really going to affect most people, honestly. The Seiko got a 500 point bump. The VSS got a 200. The SR3 got a 600. But the really big one is the ASVAL went from 2,700 to 4,000. This is huge. That ASVAL meta that it was, where you just had SP6 and an ASVAL, and they've impacted that in other ways, but this is going to impact kits big time. Read just to the metascore for all ammunition in the armory. Tweaked the metascore classes quite a bit for Assault, Enforcer, Scout. These are the little windows you got to operate inside of. The armory had some pretty big changes to Enforcer. Removed all assault rifles, added SMGs with low fire rate. Scout, they added the VSS but removed all assault rifles with over 700 fire rate, with the exception of the MCX and the ASVAL. Marksman got the VSS removed. So armors got changed for a lot of stuff, like you can't put class 4 plates in a lot of things now. The overall gist of this is they're trying to lower TTK, it looks like, in Arena and make it more consistent so that people don't feel quite so bullet spongy. So it's just have to wait and see how this plays out. With that, they removed the MP43 double barrel and the Saigon 9 from the armory, which is totally fine. I don't think there was any really reason. It just wasted space. Arena Hoplite series masks are now available for all classes. Armory progression changed the cost to unlock conditions for most weapons in the armory. So just things got changed all over the place. The best way to put that. Balancing, they added two cartridges to the game, and I'm betting these come to Tarkov too. In fact, I think they say that in here. 7.62 by 51, ball 11 long range, 7.62 by 54R MAI tungsten carbide AP. This ammo is only available in the Marksman class for use in bolt action rifles. It features increased damage and penetration and can kill an enemy in class 4 armor in a single thorax shot. So the AXMC isn't the only single shot weapon anymore. We'll see how this plays out. Gonna make bolt action super cool, but I have a feeling this just has a potential to be kind of broken. The change is intended to give bolt action rifles in an arena a second breath and increase the available variety in Marksman's arsenal. We will closely monitor feedback and make adjustments as necessary. Just keep an eye on that. I have a strong inkling that this isn't going to stay the way it is. After analyzing gameplay and feedback from the community, these cartridges will be added to Escape from Tarkov. I swear to God, if they add a 7.62 by 51 round, they can one-tap class 4 in the game. Oh, God. Like, cool, but also, oh, God. So we'll just have to wait and see. This is a really big change here. It has, I'm not going to get into the details of these patch notes. I'm not going to read it. Basically, the way Tarkov works is limbs have modifiers to how much damage bullets do. If you hit somebody in the arms when they're blacked, it does reduce damage. Legs, stomachs have increased damage, things like that. They're modifying this in arena only, and not as a test. They're basically lowering the coefficient, they're increasing the coefficient, so more damage is done via arms, legs, and stomach. Let's see, what do they say here? These coefficients are necessary to adjust the TTK in the game and to indirectly balance the ammo. Previously, due to low coefficients, various ammo was extremely ineffective as it did unnecessarily low damage despite the in-game characteristics. These adjustments fit the dynamics of EFT combat perfectly, but in arena, players were more likely to be frustrated, describing it as poor hit registration and enemies becoming bullet sponges. The following changes designed to lower TTK, speed up gameplay, increase the shooting response feel, and make bullet damage mechanic more intuitive. Cool. I'm not gonna. I have thoughts on this, but I'm gonna save it till I can play it and see if they play out that way, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts after I get some, because we're gonna play today. We're gonna go get some stuff on the battle pass. Standard presets have been revamped. The new standard preset consists of armor items that may not be available to a new player. Economy changes, cash rewards on loss. You now receive 20% of the winning team's maximum reward if you lose. I understand this. I don't know if I like it, because I'm afraid this is going to lead to people. We see it in every game, right? Whether it doesn't matter if you're Valorant or CSGO or any other arena game. If you have a reward for losing, you'll get people to just AFK and just grind AFK. They'll game will play. They'll open up a YouTube video. They'll work on something else. They don't even care, and they still get rewards. So we'll see. I don't know. Increase the amount of experience for normal and headshot kills. They got some battle pass experience balancing. This just gets into the specifics of how much XP you get for the battle pass in each match. And looking at the math, a really good player is going to get 400, maybe 500 points in most of these game modes. Not so good player, let's say, be somewhere between 200, maybe 190 and 250. So that's kind of your per match, I think, is what it's going to play out. Obviously, we'll see once we start playing. The exception to that is Blast Gang. The points are about another 100 to 200 more, just based on how everything works. But Blast Gang takes longer to play, so I think it pretty well balances out. But that's the patch notes. Let's open up the game. So here's Arena. Here's the new Battle Pass right here. I've already gone through it. When you open it up, there'll be a quick walkthrough. There's some pop-ups that explain what everything is. From your battle pass to big thing I didn't realize, there's a currency exchange, so you can actually buy battle points with currency and GP coins. So that's interesting. And then your rewards, just as you unlock them and you move up level 3, here's your experience. You'll level those up, you unlock them, and then you got to spend battle points to unlock. And there's cool stuff in here, man. Even right low, I mean, that's a super cool CQ mask, your first weapon skin. And there's just pages and pages of stuff. You know, you can wear you can make your Karasa, instead of being blue, it's going to be tan. You get your crates. You know, here's some of your crates and things like that. The smiley face CQ mask. Balaclavas. I can't turn it, but there's like a scratch here on the side. Well, let me do it here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So kind of cool with the dirty sock balaclava. And I won't go through everything, but I mean, you can see pants, clothes, changes to armor, plate carriers, all sorts of good stuff in here. So I'll leave that for you to explore and go look at if you want. See what there is. We'll go all the way to the end because it's fun to look at the end. Really cool, badass shirt. I know a lot of people will like that, as well as like the Reddit. There's pretty good looking skin for the Reddit instead of the green. I like that. So yeah, good stuff. All good stuff. Oh, there's a flannel. Oh, that's for bear. Damn. Oh well, I got excited for nothing. So lots of good stuff in there. I won't go into a bunch of bullshit about that. The other thing I want to show you is just how they kind of overhauled the friends list, so you can see it's changed quite a bit from what it was before. But yeah, that's it. That's the whole update. Obviously more to it than that. We're gonna get some time in game today. Get this video over to the editors, and I'll get live streaming. So come check me out, Twitch or YouTube. We stream on both, and we'll be grinding through this a little bit today. Appreciate you guys. As always, thank you for watching. Wish you the best of luck in your raids. Don't forget that like and subscribe button. Almost forgot. We'll see you in Tarkov.